Welcome back. And talking about the deeply rooted relations between Egypt and Greece, and talking about the significance of the visit during this critical period of time, and the message it delivers, and we have seen how the president was received in Greece, and definitely all these things delivers a certain message to the whole world, and especially countries who are trying to play or trying to destabilize the region.
Yeah. Well, directly, first message is regional, and it's clear that we have strong ties and stronger relations, friendly and for the benefit of both parties, I mean Greece and Egypt, in protecting and in defending their interests in their natural wealth within their geographical, acknowledged by international laws. That's very important. So it means that we are not alone in this, and they are not alone in this. And the binding between both of us is the mutual interest. Again, I have always to emphasize this, again, based on the international laws, recognized international laws. So we are people abiding by the international law. So we are giving the message to the world that all our steps declared and well known, everything is transparent, that we are defending our interest based on right to us rules agreed by the international community, by the United Nations regulations. That's very important. And this, when it goes with other party, which is Greece in this case, it's the same, it's based on the same. So if there is another party who would like to sabotage, bully, let's use that word, which is true, or yes, trying to sabotage the whole situation for no reason or for some reason, but
for
anyway,
their own interests.
But anyway, whatever is the reason, it is illegal. So we have the right to defend ourselves. So this is the most important message. Too early in advance, let's hope we will not reach it again, because we need all that. That's simple. The other thing that, again, it's Europe. And, well, I have read something, to some extent it's okay. We're talking very important issues now concerning this. This is regional, this is our wealth. This is our future, so we have to care for it. That's why I'm emphasizing on it. Europe, we didn't skip Europe for some time, no. But anyway, it's back again. We have to foster our relation with Europe in all aspects. With all European Union, even for those who are going out of Brexit, for example, UK as part of Europe, because we always will have our interest, and keeping our interest, defending our interest is our right. So with this understanding, we let the whole community around us, first the regional, know that this is our way, so openly. And at the same time, we are doing this on the most friendly performance and attitude from our hosts, and when we are also hosts, when we receive such leaders, or when we go and see them, look at the honor, which even bestowed on the president of Greece, and also the same received from Greece, the necklace of the Nile. This is the highest order in Egypt, and the other day, and also when Mr. Sisi received this the highest medal of honor in Greece. That shows it's not just, we should not take it as formalities or it's genuine, because this is the top expression. Plus, of course, you see how together with the Prime Minister, agreeing together with President Sisi on all the issues, especially those which are related to the most important thing, terrorism. Absolute understanding and coordination and understanding and agreement. And meanwhile, also tackling some sensitive issue which rose all of a sudden, this blasphemy and all this, religious drift, which is somebody is trying to boost it and inflame it. That was this. That's the importance, actually. And of course, the message to the international community is there that Egypt is a key player in its area.
Talking about the new generation as well, we all know that we have deep-rooted relations between Greece and Egypt, and even when we talk about Cyprus. But how to bring the two generations together, or the youth together? Because again, if you are talking about the future, they have to learn how to do it as well.
Well, this is a process which can come and develop.
Like we have seen the youth forums that took place,
Yes.
and the World Youth Forum
Yes.
that is taking
Yes.
place now in
Yes.
Egypt.
Yes.
So definitely this is of great importance as well,
Yes.
because these are, or this is the generation who's
Yes.
going to operate
Yes.
the whole
Yes,
system, all the
absolutely.
projects of the future between all these countries.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for mentioning this, because this is very important, because we had this international youth forum in Sharm el-Sheikh. And then we have our, regional, or continental, Africa. And we discussed this. These are things to be done and to be followed up. This is great for Egypt and great for those who are partnering in it. Okay, let's have stability, let's have development. The generation, because I witnessed this when I was young, man, how we were, exchanging, through the summer holidays in the universities, people going, people coming, youth, that time. This again can be transformed in the youth, in the educational stage of their life, universities and so on, and even after graduation. When we have big companies, big international companies, with multinational companies, who will have some here in Egypt, there in Greece. So a lot. When you get into the details, it's many and all prospecting. Just let's have it first, and let's have security and safety.
If we're talking about energy, is this the first and the top file between both countries, or do we have other things to follow?
Sometimes issues push each other when it comes. For example, safety might come before anything.
And this has been discussed, talking about extremism, yes, of course.
But in general, this is the main issue for both of our, because we know that Greece have passed a tough time. We know it, and we know what happened. We also are passing tough time. We are trying to fighting to get out of it. So economy always will be the main thing. And it's characteristic of President Sisi and the government now that economy is given number one care and number one interest for the whole activities of the government and the president. So, answering your question, the priority should be to economy. And in this case, we have to care for the natural wealth which we have right now, the gas in the Mediterranean.
Yes, so
and keep it.
You see this forum, how it, yes, let's talk about this again, and to highlight the importance of such forum and its impact on the Egyptian economy.
Well, when you have a forum, then you have some kind of consensus which led to its announcement, its establishment. So having the agreement of too many parties dealing with this issue, with this gas as well. So the details are there and everything was agreed. Then you are working on the basis of agreement.
Solid.
Yes.
Ground, yeah.
And if anything, always there is a mechanism for resolving problems for any gathering, for any organization. So there will be a peaceful, if it can happen always, sometimes the conflict of interest at certain issue, at certain time. So we refer back to the organizational structure of this. So now it's an organization, it's not only a forum, and ratified now by both, by most of the participant parties, political institutions. So in this case, you work in the light, you know, everybody knows where is his role, where is his limits. That's something very important. That's something very important. So I was very pleased to have first the forum and then making it as an organization.
Right. Let's say on the conclusion,
Yeah.
the outcome of this important visit and its impact in general on both countries, of course. Because as you mentioned in the very beginning, it's a win-win policy.
Exactly.
And win-win policy is, let's say, the pillar of success,
Exactly.
if we can put it like this.
Exactly. This is number one. That's the most important thing. Fostering and strengthening, and then giving new boost to the confidence between the two countries on the highest level, and then it will be translated into activities on the ground. That's very important. It could be the most important thing, but also it has side shows and side ramification. For example, that the people of these two countries, they feel they are friends, going, seeing each other, visiting each other, investing in each other's place, what you call that, the spirit of cooperation, the spirit of friendship. This makes a lot. Because without mentioning names, could you imagine now if there is a country which, okay, the leadership there or its policy is antagonistic? What do you expect from the other country which is feeling antagonistic against it? The people, even when they see each other, that's especially in the time where everything is on the social media. You can have it immediately at the spot, any incident, anything. So anything which will engrave or make things more grave, it can be done easily. So friendship between people is essential in this case. And we are setting a very good example with such visits, wallahi.
Right, Dr. Mostafa Waly, member of the Egyptian-European Council, thank you very much, and always a pleasure, of course, having you with us.
The pleasure is mine, always. Thank you very much.
Right, and I guess with this we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and remember, join us again tomorrow, same time, with our colleagues for more on The Breakfast Show. Till then, thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.